So, Aunt, don't be shy. We've all been through it. How are you going?
My name is Betty, and Tennille is my granddaughter. She's 14, and she's been with me, 6 months.
So how are you finding that, Aunt?
It's interesting listening to all these stories. I love her and that. But the hardest thing is she's going through her teenage years, and I just can't seem to get any control with her. She just won't listen to me. She yells and swears at me when she's in one of her moods. She even lied to the school principal about me, making up stories
Tennille,
just to get away from me.
Tennille, we need to talk.
And I'm her nan. Tennille, wake up. Come on, get up.
We need to talk.
Get out! What are you doing? Leave me alone, then! Get out!
Well, you better be up and out of here in the next 10 minutes, all right?
It's really difficult, Aunt. Very difficult. But what you have to try and do is set boundaries and stick to them. From day one, you've got to do that. You know, what they're used to is neglect, no one caring. So they have to earn respect and show it too.
And that's not an easy message to get across.
And rules are all about respect. So the way we treat them is the way they learn how to show respect back.
I just try to encourage her to stay at home so I can do things with her. But she just want to leave all the time, and we'd blow up into this great carry-on, and then she'd just run away. You just feel like you've failed all the time.
You raise your own kids, right? But when you get someone that age with no discipline coming into your home, they don't want anything to do with it. It's really tough. They just want to do their own thing.
She's my responsibility. She's my granddaughter. I don't expect any support services from anybody. And even if I did, I wouldn't know where to get it.
By myself. No one wants to know me. I feel shame when I go to school, you know, with all them other kids. Nan's all right, I suppose, but I just get so homesick and I take everything out on her all the time. 'Cause she's the only one there.
Michelle and I learned if you're struggling, call the agency or the caseworker or someone. They always say, don't be afraid. There are no stupid questions.
But I'm afraid they'll take Tennille away from me, especially if I ask too many questions or if I look like I don't know anything.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Aunt. When we went to the agency, I thought it meant admitting that I wasn't coping. I thought that I was the problem. But we found out there was help there. You just got to ask for it when you need it.
It was the best thing we ever did.
Give them some love, patience, but most of all, some praise.
And hugs. That's if you can get them. Okay.
I joined Jara up for footy this year. We went out and brought his boots for him. Next day, he took him to school for show and tell. And that's all he ever talks about. Footy, footy, footy. It's a totally new experience for him and he loves it. There's a footy today, there's a footy today, there's a footy today.
Yeah, look, you know, we all want love. It's pretty simple stuff, really. And family.
Yeah, darling. They do.
Okay, why don't we take a break and have something
Good
to
idea.
eat?
Families. That's a tricky situation, isn't it?
Well, it took me months to get the courage to go up into town. Corey's mum still lives around and I didn't want to run into her. What would I say? What if she tried to grab him?
Can't live with them, can't live without them.
Yeah, it can be hard going. My partner Vicky and I, we've had Kiara for 8 years now. She's my cousin's daughter. We managed to get her right in the end, but it took a long time, I can tell you.
That's true, eh?
Because she was related to us, there was a lot of tension in our family because we took her on. But we had to get over that and keep up the contact. And that was hard, especially on me because, well, she is my cousin's daughter after all.
Yeah, they don't want to let their kids go.
Yeah, and it's hard on the child as well, you know. Sometimes it takes days for them to recover after a visit. But we keep up the contact. You have to.
Yeah, well, we use lots of ways to keep up the contact. Emails, texting. We used to send pictures of her on school sports, concerts, first day of uni, all that sort of stuff.
Mind you, the language that they throw at you can be terrible. Oh, sometimes they just say that you're doing it for the money. How gammon is that? But we keep up the visits. You just have to. Especially now that we don't want any more of our jarjums not knowing where they come from, eh? We don't want no more stolen generations and lost identities.
No.
I know it's important for Corey to know his family. It's a small town, so he could end up going to school with brothers and sisters.
That's true, eh, sis? It's tougher in a small community. But you know what? Like, if you're finding it too difficult, you know that you can always go to the agency and they'll, you know, work out the boundaries and make it crystal clear to the parents. That way, you know your child is safe.
Yeah, well, when we used to travel for sorry business, we'd speak to the agency and then we'd speak to Kiara's family and we just made sure that everybody knew exactly what was going on. That way, you show respect to everybody.
I'm making up one of those life story books that we got from the caseworkers with pictures of the whole family. Yeah, so Corey knows who they are.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Nice.
loves it.
And who's that one there?
Dad and my big sister.
Oh, she's tiny there, isn't she? She's littler than you. And is that your brother?
Yeah.
Oh, he looks like you, doesn't he?
We do what we can to make sure Corey feels like he belongs to his mob. Looking at photos means he's always seeing them, saying their names. This helps him remember who they are.
Well, Vicky and John were good. Yeah, patient, I guess. They kept encouraging me to talk to Dad and send cards and things. And one time they gave me the phone to say hello. It helped. I think that's what helped me get through the front doors of the prison, really. And then I saw the smile on my dad's face. It was amazing. Yeah. We see each other more now he's out.
Gary, you said that your young fella had a problem with his ears. Can you tell us about that?
Well, yeah, we didn't pick it up at first, but we knew there was something wrong with young Corey, but we didn't know his full medical background because we didn't know how long he was going to be staying with us. And about the first week in, Michelle noticed that he wasn't responding much. He'd just sit there.
When he came into our home, if we tried to pick him up or hug him, he'd just stiffen up and hold his breath. All I could do was wrap him up like a baby, sit in the room with him and listen to him scream. It has a real effect on you after a while. Gary and I would talk quietly to him and eventually he got calmer. I used to think if he was still and quiet, it was good, but it wasn't.
We decided we'd take him to the doctor and get him checked out. We wanted to do that anyway, you know, check his ears, his eyes and his breathing and all that. They found he had a crook ear and his neck was screwed up. The way he was holding his head and that. So yeah.
That's the way. You've got to know what's up with them. Have a chat with your local doctor. We always organise a trip to the local doctor in the first week or so.
Yeah, get in quick. You have to know real early if there's something wrong and, you know, be confident to ask those questions and find things out.
Our kids didn't take too kindly to the doctors, but they're fine with visits now.
So is the little fella going to be okay?
Yeah, he's on the mend. They gave him an operation. He needs a lot of physiotherapy for his neck and regular checkups with the specialist. He'll come good.
As soon as he started seeing the physio, unbelievable. It was like that. He was calmer, brighter. I could finally cuddle him and he liked it. That was great.
That's some really good advice, guys. I mean, my two boys haven't been to the doctor yet, but I think I should take them.
Yeah. I mean, there's no harm done then anyway, and at least you know, don't you?
We've got Jara and Kylie, great kids, but they need help. They need to know what to eat and to lay off that soft drink and stuff. Kylie thought you could just drink Coke all day, but Carmel sorted that out, eh?
She was good about it after a while, and, you know, we give them treats, but not all the time. And they just have to learn they have to eat healthy.
Oh, God. When we first got Jara, he hated the soap. But you can't expect him to know. What have you been doing in there?
Having a shower.
In the soap?
I got wet. Look at my hair.
You gotta use the stuff, mate.
I did.
Well, how come the soap's still dry?
I dried it before I got out.
You really don't know what they think normal is.
Wait, can't I do it next time?
You just gotta go easy and explain it to them.
Hurry up.
Can we kick the footy after?
Tomorrow. After work. I promise.
Yeah, go on, Stinky.
Hey, that's enough from you, Kylie. You're next. Come on, Jara, in you get. You finish your homework yet?
Pop's a maniac sometimes. He really is. But it's like he helps me. He cares heaps, gets me doing things. Teaches me stuff. He likes me playing sport. I love it too. Play footy. I'm gonna do swimming and Kylie's doing it too. She wants to play hockey, as her friends do.
Sport's a good thing, isn't it? When Kiara went to school and got into sport, she started to meet people. She stopped moping around so much. It really turned her around, gave her some confidence. Her schoolwork improved dramatically, and she would actually tell people that she enjoyed going to school.
Deadly.
Yeah, excellent.